All right, welcome back. Section 3, Chapter 13. We're still trying to figure out what America's identity was in the early 1800s. We've talked about economic nationalism and judicial nationalism, and now we're looking at a cultural identity. Early American artwork is our first topic. In the next two, we'll talk about music and literature as well. So some background. Americans brought Europeans' traditions with them from the colonies. They were starting to express a national identity by the early 1800s on the cultural side of things. And one of the main ones was in their folk art. And folk art was produced by many kinds of ordinary people. These were non-professional artists, non-professional writers, or musicians. So folk art, things like hunting decoys, weather vanes, quilts, items of basically everyday use. So the duck decoy, we see that there, the weather vane with the horse, and we can see the sculpting that went into that. And then we also, these women got together to do the quilt. It was simple, direct, and often colorful. So two characteristics produced by ordinary people, and then the fact that it was simple and colorful would be the two main characteristics there for folk art. And then specifically, most professional artwork was done as portraits to capture personalities and emotions. One of the big names of the time was Gilbert Stuart, and he's best known for creating different portraits. The one he painted of George Washington, we're all familiar with. The image of George Washington on the dollar bill was adapted from this Stuart painting. The painting was so treasured that it was saved by Dolly Madison. She made sure to get it out of the White House and when the British were burning it down during the War of 1812. So very important cultural piece of work there that she wanted to make sure that she saved. Thomas Cole would have been another artist from the time period. He arrived from England in 1818, and he fell in love with the American landscape. So within his artwork then, storm clouds, sunny skies over broad landscapes, we just get a real sense of that American spirit of the time period within his paintings, the openness, the untapped potential of the land, I guess you could look at it. Fellow artists followed this style and started the Hudson River School of Painting. So those who wanted to practice or were invested in this style of artwork, they got together and formed the Hudson River School of Painting. John James Audubon was another well-known artist of the time period. Finely detailed bird portraits. If you are interested in the study of birds, the Audubon Society would be something that you're familiar with. But we can see that the color and the detail within the pictures shows more accurate, realistic studies of the species in fields and woods. And here again, just the color and the detail within the painting is something that would signify Audubon's style. He published a 4-volume book of art, The Birds of America. And then our fourth artist, George Catlin. Subject of art was often natives of the American West. He's somebody who captured, he traveled the frontier, capturing what life was like in their villages, on hunts, and the rituals that they practiced, and he used very rich, vivid, and bold colors. Overall, though, wondrous features of the country were captured, and this gave the art a distinct personality. Vividness and optimism of their work was reflected in the national outlook. So we have the 4 artists that we've highlighted here and talking about early American artwork. And when we come back, we'll talk about music of the time period as well.